Well, my childhood game. I didn't play much of it back then because I was so bad at video games. Ratchet and Clank 1 was pretty good. Ratchet and Clank 2 fixed nearly everything. What did this one do? Well, Insomniac was wondering the same thing. How could they make this one different? Well, they did two things. One was what they did very well, listen to any complaints the fans had and try to fix them. And two, Halo. But we'll get to that. And that's it. That's all the background I've got, apart from the fact that Jak 3 was in development around the same time, and even had a similar release date, but they still didn't see them as rivals. Really pointless stuff until I get around to the series. So here we go. Ratchet and Clank 3, up your arsenal. More like up your let's play this game. The story starts with Ratchet and Clank chilling in their apartment until they see a news report of their home planet being attacked by a race known as the Terrorites, led by Dr. Nefarious. So they go back home to save their planet. Later on, they're tasked to find this mysterious man, who is known as the only one to have ever beaten him. Turns out, it's Captain Quark. Can't escape this guy, can he? He lost his memory because... But don't worry, playing a video game about him helped his brain. It's all good. In fact, it's not as if the other two games never happened, even with Ratchet. I mean, I know he's the only one who could help, but not even a little tension? I'm getting too deep into this. The rest of the story is pretty good from here on out. The jokes in the other two were gold, but in this one, it's good, but in a different way, if that makes any sense. It feels more like a story with most of the cutscenes, I think. Because we're back, we've got a lot of familiar faces. Of course, I brought up Captain Quark, the Skid, Al, Helga, and, get ready for this, the Plumber. Star Wars, the Plumber Strikes Back! And some of the new characters are good too. There's the evil Dr. Nefarious, who wants to get rid of all living organisms, or, squishies. Squishies. Don't you dare touch my car! There's his butler, Lawrence, who goes underappreciated. There's the president and his daughter, Sasha, who are just... there. Scrunch the Monkey because... well, monkey. And Courtney Gears, an obvious pun on the pop singer Britney Spears. Ha. Ha. Ha ha. Ha. Ha ha. Ha ha. Ha! I especially like the parts where Clank gets kidnapped and replaced with an evil clone called Clank. Ratchet and Clank. And speaking of Clank, my favorite part in the whole story is the Secret Agent Clank TV series. Just look at it! I want this to be real! Clank is somehow the star and Ratchet is played as a bubbling idiot. What has happened? And the funniest part is that everyone noticed Clank more than Ratchet, often thinking him being a secret agent is real. I don't... This is amazing. And the fact that they made an actual game, not a game in the Ratchet and Clank universe, but a real PlayStation portable game called Secret Agent Clank. Dude, you guys are good. Give me the TV show already. I mean, I guess it is sad we don't get much from the Bogon Galaxy, apart from the opening and Slim Cognito, but it's nice to see some familiar and new faces, with a pretty darn good story. For the main gameplay, well, I know I said there weren't much changes between the first and the second game, but with this one, there's even less changes. I mean, they have fixed some issues. You can hold more weapons on the quick select menu. You can tap the triangle button to cycle through the last 3 weapons. You can adjust the camera speed. I mean, if it helps, you get first person mode right from the start. Well, where all else fails. After the trilogy, I believe this is the best set of weapons I have ever used. There's a shock blaster and a nitro launcher, the annihilator that can explode into tiny bouncing bombs, the Plasma Whip, which is a bigger and better version of the Omni Wrench, the Splitting Hydra, which locks onto multiple targets, the Rift Inducer, which is OP, and the Crackle Ray, which turns enemies into ducks. I'm starting to notice a pattern. And even the Glove of Doom and Suck Cannon returns from the first game, and man does the Suck Cannon control so much better. If you know how to use it, it is awesome. As for some of the weapons from the second game, well, Slim Cognito returns to sell you the weapons. Well, at least it's better than the weapon modifications. However, you only get 2 when you meet him, and you don't get any more until towards the end of the game. What's up with that? What's funny is that if you have a save file from the first game, you get that discounts from Gadgetron you were promised. You guys! And if you have a save file from the second one, you get the weapons from Slim for free, which is neat. And unlike the last game, you can upgrade them like normal. That was pointless in the second game. Oh yeah, upgrading has been expanded upon. Instead of once and then buying mega weapons, you can upgrade them to level 5 and then level 8 when you buy them again, which is cool. More reason to use your weapons more, because in the last game, if you mainly use one weapon, it'll be upgraded in no time. Gotta love the weapons. The other stuff are good too. The Clank sections are the same as the first game, except you have a banana gun to make Scrunch go wherever you want him to go. Not sure why, but I prefer this to the second one. Also animal abuse. As for Ratchet alone, well, it only happens once, and there's not a lot of platforming at that point, which is a real shame. And for the minigames, well, there's practically none of them. I mean, you can do the battle arenas, disguise yourself as a Terranoid, which works a lot better than disguising yourself as a robot in the first game, and you can play these video games or vid comics where you control Captain Quark in a 2D style game. But the main minigame is the missions. Okay, before anything else, they're not bad. You have the Galactic Rangers in these missions where you have to either defeat the enemies, screw some boats, or destroy the enemy turrets. Sometimes you'll be in an admittedly well-controlled buggy or Amazon drone. But you do this god freaking so many times! And most annoying part is that they're mandatory through progressing the story. So if you don't like them, well, tough cookie, you gotta get through them. The only reason there is because they really love the multiplayer mode they made. In fact, I'm probably gonna have a hard time finding a place to put this in, so... the multiplayer. You and a friend or few are on 2 teams. You either have to destroy the enemy's base core, capture the flag, or do a player versus player match. You find weapons on the map, the base is protected, and there are places where you could turn into spawn points. Simple, but I'd imagine it'd be a lot of fun. I say that because you can play by yourself, and I did that a lot. It was alright. However, the main reason you want to play it is because it supports online mode. Well, it did. Currently, I can't properly review it as it is right now. I mean, you can play only through fan servers, but they're currently working on the European one right now, and I don't want to get too complicated with Ether cables. How did people do this back then? Did they have a broadband right next to the console or something? Or am I just stupid? I mean, it's fine. I just wish I could play with more people of my skill level. Oh, and the new Game Plus is the same as the last one. It's fine. The Rhino Tree, or Rhino? It's awesome. It's essentially the same as the first one, but once you fully upgrade it, it becomes a nuke. One positive note, and spoilers if you care, Quark is presumed dead later on, but then it turns out he's been hiding, and then he actually helps out during the final fight. I mean, he's not doing much, but look! Actual character development from Quark! I nearly forgot to put this in. And that's Ratchet and Clank 3. What do I think of it? Well, there's not that much difference. The only thing I think I'm missing is, well, your health is now more points based, so smaller fire takes less damage. You can collect gold trophies too. It has the same widescreen crop, that's annoying. The game is a bit easier than the last one. There's more loading screens, those are pretty cool. However, the weapons, the multiplayer, well, I imagine, and my nostalgia make this one personally the better of the trilogy. but that's just me. Let me know which one's your favorite. It all comes down to a preference. Give it a try. It may or may not be your favorite, but if you like Ratchet and Clank, it's another great game. Oh, and the jokes are still good.
My daughter tells me you're a man who's good with his hands, Ratchet.
Sir, I swear I...
And then there was the HD Ratchet and Clank trilogy, released for the PS3 in 2012 for the 10th anniversary, and then later ported to the Vita 2 years later. Well, it's the Ratchet and Clank games you know and love, but in widescreen and HD. Actually, the game says it runs in 1080, but it actually runs in 720. The games are fine, but there are quite a few bugs and issues that were for some reason never patched. Music not looping properly, the HUD menu not working right, Ratchet's helmet is floating, this just not looking right, and you can't even access the subtitles in Ratchet 2. What's up with that? And glitches. See? Spyro lives on. Where's my Spyro 4? At least they gave proper widescreen to the 4x3 format, no cropping included. However, for the pre-rendered cutscenes, they were originally rendered in widescreen. So you know what they did? They squished it. Why? I mean, at the end of the day, it's Ratchet and Clank. Sure, the PS2 versions are way better, but if you just want a way to play the game, then there should be no problem. Oh, and there's a demo of Sly 2. Didn't know this at the time, so I wasn't able to record footage of me playing. Oops. So, what happens now?
I don't know.
Lucario X? How did you get here? And I swear, this is a—
Dude, I never cared about a Christmas special in the first place. He kept making the joke.
Oh, my bad. Zap?
Sorry about that. I didn't think that would happen.
You were only trying to help, dude.
Fan Sandal?
You're never gonna get my name right, are you?
Pikmin?
What the heck happened to you?
You know, waiting for the next collab. By the way, forgot to pluck me from the ground.
And here I thought Retro being a monkey was the weirdest thing ever.
Shimoda, you're back! Where were you?
I got better. As for where I was...
Like I said, he went out.
3000?
Hey, 3000, you're glitching up again.
Oh, hold on a second. There we go. Happens every time.
What are you all doing here?
Here to help you, of course.
After you went missing, Lucario X has been uploading those videos from 3003 Studios' office onto your channel.
Dude, were you really stuck in here for 6 months? How the heck are you still alive?
I ask myself every single day.
Wait a minute. Did you steal my chicken McNuggets?
That aside, I reviewed those games, but that still did nothing.
What are you talking about?
I mean, I'm still my word! I'm me again!
Oh, I get it. He's Retro-Mini-Me. Get it? Get it?
Really? We've been friends for how long and you've only noticed it now?
It's a joke, Retro. God!
Anyways, haven't you noticed anything else?
My editing's still terrible?
No. Well, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you're right.
Yeah, you gotta admit.
I have to agree with you on that one.
I don't know, lads. I mean, Lucario X ain't that great.
Hey, I don't even have a laptop yet, you douchebag!
Well, excuse...
Anyway, these last few games you've been reviewing and you haven't moaned about Mario once.
Oh. Well, I do hope I can make it without—
Oh, for God's sake, you'll be fine. In fact, that's what these games have been teaching you.
It has?
Yeah, Ratchet and Clank, Sonic 06, Metroid Dread. Even if a franchise seems to be dead, doesn't mean that there's no chance that it'll ever come back. Mario will come back just like Spyro, Crash, Sonic, heck even Bubsy.
Speaking of which, we've got you something.
My helmet?
What? No. Fine. Here.
It's about time.
Here.
Is this—
We know you've been waiting for Spyro 4, so we made you one. It's not much but—
Woohoo! I'll see you soon. I've got to boot up my PS5. And thanks for everything. You guys are the best. You know,
So,
it's funny. I was expecting
We're never
this to
gonna
be
tell
an
him that this
active
whole
event,
Mario is
but
gone thing is nothing more than a prank that some jerk did.
Just let him have his moment.
I hope this video makes it to Christmas because I
So, I have to ask, lads,
know,
how did you make the game?
I don't know.
I see. So, when do I get paid?
Oh yeah, not including the cuts review, this is my 50th review, so yay! Thank you! I forgot to put this in the script, so I'm putting this in now. Thank you! Hey everyone, thanks for watching this video. I'm recording this right before I edit, so I don't know how editing process is going to be or if I even make this video on time, but I hope I make it before Christmas or something like that. Ugh. But yeah, thanks for watching this video. I hope it's good. I'm pretty sure it's good. I felt a little bit proud of the script. I'm glad, and thank you everyone for taking part in that end bit. That was pretty cool. If you like this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Share this with everyone you know and love. Follow me on Twitter. Support me on Patreon if you want. And yeah, this was quite the adventure. Whoop-de-doo-doo! Once again, I can't say this enough. Thank you everyone who's been here. I wish there was more to say, but Retro out.